The 2020 NBA season has been pretty weird to say the least. There's never been a real true front runner. There's always been the fact that you can make a case for 2 to 3 players to win MVP this season. And with the injuries to the top 2 people, in my opinion, Joel Embiid and LeBron James, the race has opened up significantly. And so we're here to talk about that today. What's up, y'all? We're back with another video. I want to remind y'all, if y'all do enjoy this video, I want to see more. I do have a playlist of more NBA talks. So like the video and subscribe for more because I will be uploading more in the future. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So I want to get this out the way because I do want to tell y'all my MVP pick, and it was also in the video I uploaded some months ago. I picked Luka Doncic to win MVP this year, and a lot of people did in a convincing fashion. Now, he has lived up to the expectations numbers wise, but the reason why he isn't considered in the race is because he's not that efficient from 3 and his team hasn't been winning that much. So I think that's what's keeping him out of the race. So we won't talk about him today. So the way I set up this video, I'm going to be talking about the people who have a case, and I'm going to do it from least likely to most likely. So without further ado, let's start on the first person, Damian Lillard. Now, if you ask my friends, I'm a big Damian Lillard fan, and I honestly think he deserves, more consideration for what he's been doing this season. Now, for the good amount of season, he hasn't had CJ McCollum because he's been out with like a back injury, and he just came back a couple weeks ago. Also, Jusuf Nurkic, he's been in and out of the lineup, so he hasn't had that consistent big man to run with. And so he was basically left with Gary Trent Jr., and that was most of their offense, and then he got traded. But right now the Blazers are 1.5 games behind the Lakers, who hold the 5th seed. Now, I do believe Dame can elevate this team to probably 4th in the West, and that would help his case significantly, but I personally think he's not going to win it, even though I do think he deserves more consideration. Now, the next person is James Harden. I should probably address why I have him this low on the list. So the first reason why I don't have him as high is because he's missed a few games as of right now, as of April 10th. And my second point, I'm applying the same logic that people use for the Golden State teams that were pretty stacked, where they had KD, Clay, Steph, Draymond. Nobody on that team could win MVP because the team was just that deep. So I'm going to apply that logic to this team too, because they're just that deep. They have a big 3. You've never seen 3 top 5 players on one team. Possible top 5 players, you get what I'm saying? Also, another case that could be holding him back is that what he did in the beginning of the season to get out of Houston. I don't know if the voters are going to hold that against him or not, but we'll just have to see how it shakes out. Now, moving on to the very next person I want to talk about. He's been having a good season quietly and nobody's talking about it, and that is Giannis. Now, everybody's kind of been ignoring him because of the voter fatigue. I can understand that, but I do want to point out that it was a stretch of like 14 games where they were 13-1, and dude was averaging like 30, 13, and 7 on 50-something% from the field and 35% from 3. I also think that his playoff performances affect his, voting stance, if you get what I'm saying. But, I can't stress this enough that the MVP is a regular season award. It's not a, postseason award. You get what I'm saying? I can see him winning MVP if he overtakes Philly at 2nd place, and he has very good games against all the contenders, especially the Nets and the Lakers when they're all healthy. And that's really the case for Giannis. He can easily win the MVP if he has a string of good games and leads his team to either 1st or 2nd in the East. Granted, the East isn't as good as it was, but you get what I'm saying. Now, as expected, the first person on this list, if you didn't know what you're about to know right now, the person that is most likely going to win MVP at this moment is Nikola Jokic. Now, Jokic, he's been playing out of his mind. He's probably been averaging like 27, 11, and 9, I think, something like that. Pretty good numbers for a center. And especially with that addition of Aaron Gordon, he's been playing even better. They've been playing off each other really well. The passing, the rebounding, and the scoring. Deuce is kind of unstoppable. Now, if he gets good defense, he could be one of the best players in the league. Now, the only way he doesn't win MVP is if Bron and Embiid come back and make it a 2-man race between those two. However, I don't see that happening. I see both of them coming back and then it just being a race between Embiid and Jokic. Now, on a side note, I wish it can happen. I do want to see Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid in the finals this year. That would be a very good series to watch. And it kind of matches up well. That would make for really good content. And it'll be, the media would go crazy over that. But anyways, guys, this is the state of the MVP race. I want to recap. Jokic, he's basically going to win it. But you got a lot of other people that have a case of winning it as well. But Other than that, if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. I will be uploading more stuff weekly, probably a video once a week. So be on the lookout for those. But other than that, I will see you guys later in the next video. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.